Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I'm going to be making two slightly different cards based on the GinaK Designs Master Layouts 8. When I was making my card yesterday, and yes, I did wait till the next day, I liked this layout. These are all the pieces, and I was trying to figure out how to fit them all on here, and that just caught my attention. So that brought me to my first card, and then I played around with it a little bit, and I'm going to do a second card using the same thing. I'll just set this aside for a minute because I still need to cut a circle. I think we're going to start with the first card first. These are, of course, my usual 5x7 cards, and I have already cut out most of the pieces. I do have my waffle flower grip mat down here because we're going to need that later. But it doesn't want to lay flat. So the first card I'm going to be making is a yellow, and I had to get some paper for the inside. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch mark, folded it and creased it with my bone folder, and I'm going to make a horizontal card with this one. And I have a piece of black cardstock. This measures 6 5/17 by 4 5/17. I did cut this out with the Master Layouts, the outer plain rectangle, not the stitched one. And I've already cut my sentiment out because that's going to be covered up and no one's going to see that. And then I did a piece of white cardstock, which measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that will go over top of that. And I did cut out this rectangle, the stitched rectangle here. I cut out the stitched rectangle. I also cut out in white, this cuts out 5 strips, and I've cut those out. And I also cut out the outer circle, but I still need to cut out the inner circle because I'm going to stamp first and then cut. Put these down and let's keep these all together right over here to the side. So I'm going to stamp, and we're going to stamp and emboss this one. I have no idea where this stamp set came from, but it has this beautiful flower. And I have a piece of scratch paper here that I'm going to stamp that on. And we're only going to get a small portion of the flower, but I'm going to stamp the whole flower to see which portion I want to be on this circle. And it's a beautiful stamp set. I wish companies, when you make a stamp, if you could somewhere put on here the company name, because I'm just at a loss. I used to just, I did. That's my fault. I threw away the packaging, never thinking that I would need it or want it, honestly. But I do. And so I regret that. Like, we're also going to use the Swiss Dots folder. And I went and labeled that GinaK Swiss Dots because her name's not on here anywhere. So let's get this stamped. And I have not used the stamp set yet, so I will need to condition it. I'm just going to lay this down. And I'm just going to condition it. There's a coating on them that comes from the factory. And you just need to get that off. And just a good rub with your finger is all you really need to get that off. All right, now I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair in the color Nocturne because I'm going to color this with alcohol ink markers. And this ink works perfect with the markers. Okay, so let's stamp this on. Didn't know how to dress today. 44 degrees this morning, which was a little chilly. But this afternoon, it's supposed to get up to 80. All right, that needs a little bit more ink. I also get a lot of my stamps from yard sales and garage sales. People leaving the stamping business for one reason or another. And I just grab them. So I honestly never know where a lot of them come from. Though I do place a lot of online orders, so there is that. I have another order from GinaK coming tomorrow. I ordered the new release set with the kitties. I ordered some masking magic and a couple of her stencils. Well, not tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the mail on Monday. That looks pretty good. Now I can figure out where I want to cut. Pull this off and put this back on. And where did I set it? Right up here. And that's all I'm using from this stamp set. Again, if anyone knows where that came from, please let me know. All right. I'll set this aside because I'm going to stamp again on the other card. Now, to find our stitch circle, I'm kind of wanting that on it. I also like that, but I think I like this better. So that's where I'm going to cut. Yes, I like that. Okay. Oh, yes, I like that. And I'll save that. I could use that for something else. All right, done cutting out for now. So let's put this back over here. And now I am going to do some coloring. So I need a piece of scratch paper here. These white strips are not going to stay white. I am going to color them yellow. And I have chosen my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I picked Y494 Pastel Yellow. I thought that kind of went with the yellow cardstock. And I don't know how many strips I want to put on the card. So I'm just going to color these yellow. I didn't have enough left over from this piece of cardstock to cut out strips of the same color. But I did when I get to my next card. Let's see, let's do 3 for now. And I'm going to put these on before I emboss, because I want them to be blended in with the paper. And when you put paper strips on and then you emboss over it, it makes it look like the strips were always part of your paper. Let's do 4. I doubt I'm going to use 4. It cuts out 5. But we shall see when I put it together. If I need the 5th one, then I will color it. All right, so let's take our white. Now I'm going to take my grip mat off here for a minute. It's a little, the cover's wrinkly and it doesn't sit straight. So let's, instead of gluing these down, I'm going to use tear tape. I believe it's the right width. Yes, it is. Well, perhaps not. It's a little too wide, so we will glue them down. I could cut the tear tape, but it's not something I want to do today. And I want to put these at the bottom, and this should go edge to edge, almost totally. And I'm just putting them on so they sort of look straight. And I'm actually amazed they're straighter than I thought they might be. do I want the fourth one? Because I'm also going to put the flag up here. No, I don't want the fourth one. I'm just going to put 3 on. Now we're going to put this through the embossing folder. And to do the embossing with my Anna Griffin machine, I need to take out my magnetic mat and put in my metal shim. Now, I've not used the GinaK. Oh, this one needs moved over just a little bit. It's not quite straight to the edge. It's like, oh, that one seems to be shorter than the other ones. But that's okay. All right, so let's put this in our embossing folder. And then run this through. Oh, I like that. That makes a beautiful embossing folder pattern. Put my magic mat. Not my magic mat, my magnetic mat. Okay. Now, this piece of white is going to stay white and it's going to go down here. But now that I have embossed it, I do want to, I will use my tearaway tape on the back of it. It will just give it a little bit more stickiness. And then I'll just burnish that down. I just use a scissor handle just to kind of rub that down. Could use my bone folder. These were handy. Oh, I love this embossing folder. I'm so glad I got this with my purchase the other day. Of course, I ordered it when I was sick, so I really ordered way more than I should have. But that's okay. And that's just going to go straight like that. Now, on this plain circle that is going to go behind the embossing, I am going to color that with this yellow. But I only need to do the outside edge. So I'm just going to go around in a circle. Make sure I have the edge, and then I'm just going to go along and do the outside. I better put the cap back on my glue if I can find it. I have to get a new cap for this. Well, all right, can't find the cap temporarily, so I'm just going to put it in a wet wipe and stick it down in the bottle. And I'm also going to do that. I cut out 2 identical of these little flags. And I'm just going to do the outside edge of the flag. We're just kind of bringing in the color of the card a little bit. And now on this one, I am going to cut off the stitched edge. Because this one did not come with a layering die. So I'm making my own layering die. And then that will layer on there. So let's put those 2 pieces together. No, I need to stamp that first. So let's Let's put part of this card together. And then this one can go right on here. And I have this little die set. This came with one of the Spellbinders card kits of the month. And I thought by being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before. It would look nice on that little stamp. So let's put that on there. I don't know, doing 2 cards may make this a little bit longer video. I hope not. The second card should go fairly quickly. Yes, that's nice. I don't remember which card kit came with. But it's adorable. Okay, now we need to actually color our little flower. And I've chosen some different yellows here. Y295 Barium Yellow, Y196 Lemon Chiffon, and Y397 Canaria Yellow. And we'll see. Oh, okay, that looks a little bit better. I don't like them how they're looking on the paper, so let's see how they look on here. Okay, see the difference in how it looks from one paper to the next? I'm going to use this as the color for the flower. And then I will come back and highlight. It's always best to test the markers on the paper that you're going to be using, because as you can see, that's totally different color. And the colors I've chosen don't all, they're not all the same shade. That's because I wanted them to be different shades of yellow for this card. It's going to be a thank you card. Now let's see what these other yellows look like on the paper. That's too pale. Yeah, do little highlights with this one. Just gives a little shadows. And now I do have my gold, this is my Artistro permanent marker pen in gold. It's an oil-based. And I just want to put a few little gold drops in the center. I don't know if you can see it. It really gives a nice sparkling shine. Okay, now I've chosen 2 greens. G578 Deep Yellow Green and G369 Matcha. So let's see what colors these look like on this paper. Okay, that's a darker. Okay, so we're going to go with this for the leaf, and then we'll come back and highlight with the other color. And I'm kind of thinking, I know I want to add some bling to this, but my mind while I'm coloring is thinking that maybe I should do some rhinestones in this dark color instead of a yellow. Have it in green to match, to pull it all together with the leaves. But we shall see. I'll do a couple of each, see which I like best. All right, and we're going to highlight with the matcha. Yes, all right. Okay, so let's put this together now. So this will go like that, and it's going to go here on the card. And I want to pop this up. So I'm just going to use some foam squares. These are 1/4 inch foam squares, but they're a low loft, so it's not really a high pop up off the card. All right, that should be plenty. Okay, and this, I kind of want the flower to come down like that. We'll set that right there. Now let's put this little flag together. And this I'm going to put down flat as I can. Now I have cut out, this is from Spellbinders, this thank you. It's from their Shapeabilities Phrase 2 set. And I cut out 2 so that I could stack them and have a little bit more thickness to it. All right. Put that on top of this one. I know you can't see that on camera, but this Spellbinders die, it also has, it's not a stitched edge, but it has a nice distinctive edge to each of the letters. And so it coordinates nicely with GinaK's background that is also edged. And my glue doth overflow again. I'm just going to hold that for a moment. Okay, now I will come back later to glitz this up because let's get started on our second card. But that's our first card without the glitz and glimmer. Okay, our second card, we do need my stencil mat. Because we're going to start by stenciling right off the bat. I'm making a green card with frogs on it, or at least a frog. Now this one, the thank you's coming up, so I need to put this over here with my block on it to hold it down. Okay, same basic card, 10 by 7, only this is going to be a vertical card. I'm using this is a Spellbinders clear stamps called Jump for Joy. I'm going to use this frog and the saying, "You make me jump for joy." I have 2 pieces of cardstock. They're the same size as the other card. Only have one in white and another one in white. And I am going to color the background, but we're going to start with our simple one because we're going to stencil that. And I have these layered bubble stencils. I don't think I'm going to use all the layers, but I just want to put some random bubbles on here in the background. All right, and I have selected, I'm going to start with the GinaK key line. And I need a piece of scratch paper that I can just get off what might be on here already. All right, let's do key line first. And then I'm just going to move this down just a hair so I can get some more bubbles down here. All right, set that aside to wash it. And I think I will use the second stencil. I'm just going to maneuver it so that the bubbles are overlapping, but not on each other so much. And then I'm going to use the GinaK Lucky Clover. They give me a couple of shades of green in here. Let's see how that looks. I think I need a little bit more on this side. And just a couple down here. All right, that looks good. Okay, I'll set these stencils aside to wash in a little bit. We're done stenciling, so I will clean off my mat and pick that up. Just water and your rag. Needs a little bit more water. I'll set this over here. Put the covers on in just a moment. Okay. Where's my inside card pieces? That's that one. This is the larger one. I have chosen the greens that I used before. I'm going to see which one I like best. I'm going to go with the Matcha green. And I'm just going to go along the outside edge with the Matcha green. All right. And that's going to go like that. So you'll just see just a hint of that green. Okay. Now I do want to stamp on here. I also want to stamp, oh, I need to do the Matcha green on this circle. This card has some of the same elements as the flower card, but we're not putting them all on and they're going in different directions. Okay. Now, I did have some green strips left over from the actual green color of the card. And I'm going to put 3 of those on going up and down. This one's going to be a little bit more awkward at getting it straight. I don't know why I can see horizontal better than I can vertical. Have to hold that down. It doesn't want to stick. And I think for this one, I am going to do 4. Nope, I'm sticking with 3. Okay. Now, let's get out my stamping platform and put that glue back in here. I gotta find the cap for that. Okay, on this one and this one, we need stamped. So let's see, let's put that one this way and that one this way. And turn it to the right side. I'm going to put this jumping frog on here. And you make me jump for joy on the card. All right. And again, the VersaFine Claire in the color Nocturne. All right, awesome. Okay. I'm going to start putting this card together, and then we just have to color our frog. I really like the different colors of green. When I was thinking of it in my mind, I wasn't so sure I would like mixing all the colors, but I really think I do. Okay, now we're going to color our frog. And let's see what color. I'm going to try on the inside of this because that's going to be covered up. That's that color. I thought I had another, yeah, I do have a lighter green here. That's a bright green. That's, all right, so Mr. Frog is going to be Matcha green on his belly. And his hands and feet, but not his arms. And then around his eyes. Okay, and then I'm going to use the real pale, this is G185 leaf green. I want to do his eyeballs in this green. I'm not sure why, I just do. And I kind of want to continue that for his whole head. So let's go for it. It's just a frog in my imagination, so it can be any color it wants to be. Okay, and then I'll add the deep yellow green, just a little highlights here and there, and that's the darker one. So we're going to do a little bit along the side of his belly, just to make it look like a shadow. The actual toe pads. And then maybe his chin. All right, so let's put this guy together now. Isn't he cute? And he's going to go on kind of like that, but I want to pop him up. So we're going to use some of these foam dots again. If this video can inspire you to do anything, is to get out your die sets. Look at them. Arrange them differently on your magnets or in your folder or however you have them, and see what you can come up with as far as different layouts. Yeah, he's gonna... No, I want him that way. There we go. Okay, now we just need to add some bling. We'll bring back our other card. Two totally different cards from this same set. All right, I've got some little rhinestones. Let's try a couple in this pale green. Let's just try a couple of those in the pale green and see what we get. A little too pale. Let's try the matcha green. Okay. I'll color 7 matcha greens, and let's see where we want to put them on our card. Actually, you might like a brighter green, so let's just try this one. To add a little bit more contrast. Yep, we're going to go with G750 Emerald Green. He's got several different color greens on him right now, so we're just going to add another color green. And we're going to put one over here. One there. And then an extra piece of glue tape stuck to that one. They're on long strips of glue. Okay, I've got 4. My mind's telling me to stop, but I think I need to do one more. There. Okay, that's our Mr. Frog. Now for this one, those greens are wrong. So let's try some yellow. I did want to try the dark green. I did matcha green. Let's try this green just to see. Oh, there's actually this deep yellow green came out a beautiful yellow. So let's see how it looks on the card. But it's the wrong color yellow. So let's just try these. No, too pale. Okay, how about lemon chiffon yellow here? Too pale yellow. All right, let's just do silver. We'll just go with what we have. Okay, if I can get it off the... All right, we're gonna put one up here. No, wrong spot. Doesn't look right there. Okay, I'm stopping with 3. All right, that is our first card and our second card made with the GinaK Master Layout set. I hope this has inspired you to get out your papers and your cards and your stamps and just have fun, create something different. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.